Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me from the Public Works Department, I got them both. I got Bill and I got Andrew. And they're both part of the Public Works Department. Gentlemen, welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. It's been a while. How you doing?
Good.
No comment.
Thanks for having us.
We're doing good. We're surviving and ready to start a new season of construction. The barrels are just about ready to bloom, so we thought we'd give you a little update.
Yeah, we want to make sure we're get the information out there as it is getting warmer. It's time to think about construction. I would like to say that, you know, it's not going to be too bad this year, but there's still some big projects out there. So, Bill, as we go into this year, from a Public Works Director standpoint, we've got big projects that we're going to go through, but construction season, will it start early? Do we get an early start this year because of the weather? Like, how does that play out when we're about ready to roll?
A lot of the projects that we have are still in, design or bidding stages right now. So we would be looking at, pushing that off more towards summer for the construction part of things. So nothing real urgent right away in the spring, unless Andrew wants to bring us up to speed on Hatchery Road, maybe.
Oh, we've got him lined up to talk about a lot of these projects. So other question would be, Bill, are we expecting any delays because of getting specific equipment for construction? I know we're not building any buildings per se, but would there be any delays that you would see as far as getting the stuff we need to do the road construction?
We haven't heard of any right now, but there's always that, possibility, like with materials, if we need water main or sewer pipe or things like that, that there might be some delays on that. There was some last year that we ran into some issues, but haven't heard of anything. It's just a lot more expensive, actually.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk too much on prices, but I assume some of the prices have gone up as well and will continue to do so. So we'll keep you up to date as those change, certainly. Andrew, bring you into the conversation here to go over some of the bigger projects. First one is Hatchery Road. Looks great, but still has some things to finish up yet.
Yep. So there's some kind of touch-up work that we need to do. There's also certainly some warranty work for anything that kind of goes wrong over the first year. And then we also have some pavement markings, that green pavement marking you've seen on McKee. We'll be doing that on Fish as well. So we're not exactly sure on timing yet. Those might all happen at the same time, kind of in the fall, or we might be kind of doing them separately. So to be determined on that, but we definitely have a few things to finish on the whole length of the project.
So you might see some construction barrels out there. You might see some minor work going on. That was all part of the plan.
Yep, that's right.
All right. How about Lacey Road? That's a big one.
Yeah, for sure. And it's actually kind of two sub projects. So we got Lacey basically from Fitzrona to the Badger State Trail, and then we have the Badger State Trail and the intersection there at Seminole and Lacey. So those will, right now the plan is to put those in one construction contract, but then we'd be mainly focusing on making sure that the intersection of Seminole and Lacey is open for when school comes back in September. So that will be a little bit quicker burn, making sure that stays open. So, up through June, and then once school starts again. So definitely there's that. And then the intersection project itself. So we'll be doing the tree clearing ahead of the road project. That'll be coming up here in April and May. And then we're looking to bid that out in May. So we'll be looking at a late May or June start for that. So a lot of work on the west side there between, that Lacey, between Fitzrona and Seminole, and certainly, a lot of closures associated with that. So it'll be local traffic only. We have the quarries, we have residences over there. So we're certainly going to be careful of that. But I would say plan to steer clear of that area if you don't have to be over there this summer.
Yeah, and we'll continue to update folks as that project comes forward here. You'll get those updates here. We'll have to have you on the show, Andrew. I mean, there's no question about that for those updates. Same with Cyan Road. Cyan Road, some of that work started. There were stuff that happened last year, but tell us about Cyan Road this year.
Yeah, so Cyan, so that was all resurfacing water main south of Aurora, basically down, through Irish in that area. But now we're starting at that point and going north up to East Sherrill. And so we'll be starting that. Right now we're looking at September to basically get the road work done and then coming back in So then the railroad can kind of improve the crossing there at Cyan and Lacey, and then we can finish up our signal work in the spring next year. We're still honing in on what that time frame is. It might start a little bit earlier, it might start a little bit later, but that would be basically the time frame. And we also have work on Lacey there, so basically from Cyan or just west of Cyan at the intersection through over to the roundabout. So that will also be on construction, as well as East Sherrill in that general area. So again, feel, we have a lot of local business there, a lot of residences. We'll be maintaining local access as much as we can, but still, if you don't have to go over there this summer or summer into fall, please find other routes, and we'll obviously have that stuff posted ahead of that time.
That's one of my routes to come to work. So I'm already upset with you, Andrew McFadden, but we'll continue on. Light work is our final discussions. The excuse me, lights at Tell us about that project.
Yeah, so McCoy, so that is a WISDOT let project, or WISDOT kind of oversight project. So they'll be running that with the contractor, and so we'll we're waiting to hear back from them, from the contractor, of when they're going to start that. But the idea would be, certainly early summer, that we'll have some temporary closures up there. The trail itself will remain open at all times, but there will be some, certainly on McCoy, we'll have some right turn only on there. So we'll be redirecting folks around that area as well. Yep.
That is the other part that I take. So you've just made my day there, buddy boy. Moving on, and we'll continue. I'll joking aside here, we'll update you on those projects. Andrew, look forward to having you on there. Bill, turning to some of the more ongoing projects that we take care of each and every year, your chip sealing and your resurfacing projects. What do you know?
Nothing.
Not a darn thing.
No,
It'll be done.
I love to just leave you with that. But no, actually, we've been working on a number of streets that we wanted to get into the program for resurfacing. We don't have a finalized list yet. We're kind of finalizing that and don't want to release it until we're confident on which streets we want to include in there. But we do have a number of streets that we're going to be including for resurfacing, which would be, taking off the surface of the road, repairing curb and gutter in the area, and then putting down the new asphalt surface. That just wanted to let people know that those areas that do have curb and gutter replacement, that is part of the city's program to assess part of the cost back to the property owner. The city picks up 50% of the cost of the curb and gutter, up to 40 feet. And then, or I should say, beyond 40 feet and beyond, I guess property owners aren't going to be charged any more than 40 feet of that at 50%. Anyway, we're finalizing that list, and it is kind of dependent on if we get any grants. If we do get grants, we're able to allocate more of the money that we had for those grant areas into the resurfacing. So, it's kind of we're hoping to get these grants and we can get more streets done, but we've got a list, and I would say probably within the next couple of weeks we can publish that. The chip sealing part of things, we do have that contract pretty much wrapped up, ready to go out for bid. So this is our chip sealing program for 2022, and what chip sealing is you put down a layer of oil, and then you put down some small granular material, some stone material over that, so that it gives you traction. But really what we're trying to do is maintain and preserve our pavements that are out there. And it's a lot less expensive to go in and do the chip sealing and resurfacing than it is to go in and reconstruct a road. So every time we do these chip sealings and crack fillings, it does preserve our pavement life, and we're doing that, for the longevity of the road, so we don't have to do the major reconstructions very often. So this is our program for 2022. We'll share that with Jeremy. You can put it up on his website. I'm sure he loves doing that. And we're looking at, roads like Lacey Road that was constructed in 2012. So we try to do these every, 7 to 9 years out there. Sub-Zero Parkway doing some chips or some crack filling. Some areas like Buttonbush Circle and Bantry Lane. Those are just some places that got missed the last time we did it. So we're completing those. And then the other big one is McCoy Road. So basically that's what we've got out there for construction. Typically they do it once the weather starts warming up in May or June. So that's what we got for this year.
Fantastic. Yeah, we will share that information out and we'll be talking with you guys throughout the summer, getting updates from there. But I wanted to get ahead of this, nice weather. You start thinking about all of those summer activities, including construction. So wanted to get that info out there. I appreciate both of your times. If people do want to stay connected with the projects, everything associated with road construction that we've talked about today, where can they find that, guys?
I don't know. FitchburgWI.gov.
Oh my gosh, Bill, we talked about this.
It's been a while. I think that's what you told me last time.
Oh my gosh, he's a smart aleck, that one. Maybe I should have just asked Andrew McFadden to give us the real info here. You've got all your projects, Andrew, updated on the website under projects and engineering, so you can we can find more information there.
Yep. Departments, Public Works, Engineering, Construction, and we'll certainly be sending out, we have a few lists for some of our road projects. So we'll be sending out notifications when we start getting closer, once we have contractors ready to go. So
perfect. All right, gentlemen, thank you both very much. Happy construction season. Bill, we're gonna have to have a conversation off here.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's like, oh, great. All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll continue talking Fitchburg in just a moment.